maybe you yourself are an AI farmer and you're looking to settle down and find yourself the best AI farm map that there is. We're going to go through and make a tier list to find you the best place for you to go in this video.
Boom, boom.
Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. All right, thanks a lot for checking out this video. Here today, I'm going to do my thoughts on AI farming in Star Wars Squadrons. I'm going to do a tier list of what I think is the best versus the worst, basically, that in Squadrons and what we've seen here. I'm going to share it in the Reddit post or in the link below here too, and you can do your own. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. We can try to figure out what the best AI farm map is community-wide together. Yeah, all right. So we can see my different ones. I've got them separated, each map, into Empire and New Republic as well. I feel like, it varies depending. So, okay. We'll start with one that everyone likes. I think these two are amongst some of the best. Oh, it's so tough. Okay. My thoughts, first of all. New Republic. As the New Republic faction, it's actually a little bit easier to AI farm. It's tougher in the Y-Wing because you're more of a vulnerable target, but because of the packs, it's a little bit easier. So I think one of the best AI farms is, we're just looking at top three right now. I think it's either Yavin, Sasubo, or Esselis are amongst the top three. And I'll put Esselis a little bit lower because they can be a little bit spread out, so it takes a little longer to travel between them and Esselis. That's why I would put it lower than those two. Now, what about with these? I would say that probably Yavin. Only reason I would put Sasubo higher is that sometimes on Yavin the NR goes into the packs. That's the only reason why. And then I would put Yavin Empire right up there too. And I would put Sasubo Empire in there. Now, Esselis Empire, I think, would probably be there. The next one. Okay, so I think that's kind of the top. Esselis, Sasubo, Yavin, that's fair. I think most people would have those in their top farm half, basically. But maybe the settings that I've done them there is what would vary. So I would put, Yavin Empire. It's close between Yavin and Esselis, though, I'll be honest. Yavin Esselis. I put Yavin Empire above Esselis NR, which I don't know. That's debatable. They're very close. If I could have 4 on one row, I would probably put Esselis up there. But for that reason, I'll keep it a little bit lower. And then, I think Sasubo's great, and Esselis Empire, they're both great, but I just don't think they're quite as good as the NR ones or the Empire one. And so there's my thinking with that one. Wow, Galatan looks a little weird here. So what is the least favorite? I think my least favorite is probably as Empire on Nadiri, and NR Nadiri, and then I also hate Empire on Galatan. That would be amongst my least favorites right there. For sure, I really dislike doing Galatan Empire. Galatan NR, not as good either, but for some reason a little bit better. So I'm going to put that on the C tier. Now, interesting, I don't hate Fostar NR. I would put, probably think up, and I would put Fostar Empire here. Fostar Empire, Fostar is one of the weirdest ones because of how starkly the routes between AI change. When inside the station on the frigate attack phases, they're trouble. The way that they kind of fly into the station, hit a lot of the station walls, get mixed up. Some go outside then in, some go from the front in. It just can be a nightmare there. And then once it goes to the flagship, then their routes start to change so that they're around the flagship. It becomes much, 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 much easier. So that's where I would put that. I'm kind of torn about my Nadiri one. I almost feel like Galatan could go higher than that, but I'm going to leave it that way right now. There's no way these A1s should move down. So this is the weird thing about Xavian. It's actually not that bad to farm on. It's so small, it makes it easy to traverse. It's so thin and narrow. It's pretty, you can find the AIs pretty easily. The big problem is that the discrepancy numbers with them. So I'm actually gonna put the NR right here in the B tier. So one of the best. Like I prefer to farm on it than Galatan for sure, or Foster. That's where it's debatable. Foster could almost the Galatan or Xavian Empire. I'm gonna put a little bit lower than these. It's I find it kind of annoying. It's not that bad. It's probably closer to the B tier to be honest. So I would put it up there. See, again, Foster. This is you could also see that one almost going up too. But I feel like this is kind of the range, and we are seeing Xavian a little bit more now, and in some of the different leagues, 3PO has it, the World Cup's gonna have it, so we do need to start playing it a little bit more, getting used to it, and people are gonna have to learn dumbfires on it that maybe haven't. So it's interesting to see it, and it's not that bad of a farm map. I feel like the problems are more with the number of AI and the other issues. I personally have just not liked it because it's so narrow. It used to make flagship attacks really annoying. I found, yeah, it was just but it is cool to have a map that is much different than anything else. So there is my final list of what I think is the best one. I thought, I think Sasubo NR is the best farm map. I don't know, people might disagree with that, but I think so. And then Yavin, of course, is right up there. But Esselis, a lot of I would personally, I prefer to farm on Esselis than Yavin, but that's me. That varies. But I feel like Yavin does present the best farm options, and you see it time and time again in competitive games how they do end up being the fastest flips on Yavin. You'll see 30-second defenses because teams can get an out of phase and their farm so fast, and someone else is burning Raider. It's just ridiculous. So that's it. So there's my list. Like I said, I made mine. Now it would be awesome if you guys make yours, you let me know what you think. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. Maybe I'll put it in a comment in Reddit. All that stuff. Thank you guys for checking this out. I'm Time Bomb. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you later.
Boom, boom.